This feeling that I'm feeling is the realest sensation. This love we make is just as raw and real as our conversations are. Baby, let me take my time, let me pull you in a little closer. Let me treat your body like I know how I'm supposed to. Girl, I know you know I'm the only one who really knows you. I'm going to show you how I need it. I need it, I need it, I need you, I need it, I need it.
What is up, guys? You already like it? Look at this bigger room. It's gonna be bigger room, better videos. I'm pumped. So let's go ahead and go over the topic of the day. Topic of the day is about carbohydrates, your carbs. You know, I hear all these things about low carb diets, carbs are bad for you, all this stuff. This video is gonna help you out. I'm basically gonna discuss what carbs are, what the 3 myths are, and then my recommendations of moving forward so you can apply it when you go to work and when you come home at the end of the day. So let's go ahead and get started. What is a carb? So a carb is a carbohydrate. That's the full term of the name, and it contains carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Those are 3 molecules that are in it. Then we break down the carbs into 2 sections. You have your simple sugars, and then you have your complex carbohydrates. Your simple sugars include glucose, fructose, and galactose. A lot of toast is in there. I get it. That's just how it is. Don't ask me why. And then you have your complex carbs, which is basically your starch, your fiber, as well as your glycogen. So the main 2 important parts of those simple and the complex, is the glucose, which is basically energy. It is the main source of energy for your body, and then glycogen is an energy source for your muscles. So basically when you work out, that muscle activity, all that comes from is your glycogen levels. So those are basically like the most important parts. And I think the major function about carbs that a lot of people don't understand is that carbohydrates actually spare your body's proteins from being used to burn fat. So let me put that in like regular language to you. Basically, your body takes the carbs, like burns it when you do like workouts or just during the day. Your body takes those carbs and uses it to burn fat, rather than using your muscle, the protein in your muscle, to burn fat. So carbs are very, very beneficial. So that's gonna lead me into the 3 myths that people are always talking about carbs for, and I just don't understand why this happens. So here are the 3 myths. The first one is all carbs are the same. Really? So you're telling me a donut is the same thing as a whole wheat bread? No, not really. So let me kind of explain this. For your carbohydrates, you have refined carbs and you have unrefined carbs. So your refined carbs, what refined means is basically in the factory, they took all the nutrients out of it and added whatever preservatives and whatever things they wanted into that carb. So basically, it's a carb that has more calories and less nutrients compared to the unrefined, which is full of nutrients that's good for your body. So if you think about it this way, your refined carbs are basically like your cookies, your white rice, your white bread. Your unrefined, which are basically gonna be like your whole wheat toast, whole wheat bread, whole wheat pasta, brown rice. That's gonna be your unrefined carbs. So they're 2 separate things. Myth number 2 is carbs make you fat. So this one is actually like half true, half false, because technically carbs have calories. So if you eat a lot of carbs, you're putting a lot of calories in your body. And if you're consuming more calories than you're burning, which is burning throughout the regular part of your day, if you work out, then yeah, you're gonna gain weight and you're gonna get fat. That makes sense. You're putting more calories in your body than your body's burning. It's simple math. However, you gotta do activity. If you're doing activity, as I stated before, carbohydrates are actually used to burn fat. So if you think about it, you actually can burn fat with carbs. You just have to do it correctly. You just want to make sure that you're having those unrefined carbs that have a good source of energy, and then you got to make sure that those carbs are used to fuel your workout. So you have to be active during the day, and this could be anything from 30 minutes, walking, anything. You want to make sure you're using those carbs that you're consuming. You want to make sure you're using them so they don't store as fat later on. Myth number 3 is that low carb diets are the healthiest and they help you lose the most weight. Again, half true, half false. A low carb diet means you're having less calories. So if you have less calories than you're consuming, yes, you're going to lose weight. But think about it. A carbohydrate like glucose is energy. If you're taking that and you're having a low amount of carbs, you're going to have low energy. So low energy during the day, your brain doesn't function, you're not as productive as you could be. I like to imagine like this. Let's go ahead and do an image. Think about your body as a car, right? So your body's a car, then you have the protein, which is like your tires, your seats, your pedals, your brakes. Those are proteins. So, you know, the engines, you know, the like main structures of your car. And then you have the oil, which is basically the fat of your body, which helps the body processes run a lot more smooth. What's missing? Like if you want to go to the store, why can't you go to the store? It's the gas. We're missing the gas. The carbohydrates is the gas. So what the carbohydrates do for your body is it helps it run. Helps it run the most efficiently, helps to burn fat the best. So think about it that way. If you don't have carbs, low carb diets, you're not going to have any energy to go. So I want you to think about it that way. So those are 3 myths that now you see that they're not really that true. So now I want to go over my recommendations when it comes to carbohydrates. So first off is that 45 to 65% of your calories should come from carbohydrates. And that is because your body uses it to burn fat and uses it for energy and to activate your muscles and help your body process. Recommendation number 2 is put a mix of simple and complex carbs in your diet. So what this includes like fruits, you know, simple sugars, so like the fruits, bananas, apples, things like that. But then also like your whole wheat pastas. You want to make sure that you're putting in your vegetables. You want to make sure you have a good combination of both. And remember, you want most of those carbohydrates to be unrefined. So those are the ones that have the nutrients in them. So that's whole grain. Make sure you check the product packaging and make sure that it is whole wheat. Your brown rice or your whole wheat breads. And then you also want to make sure that you're including fiber in your diet. Fiber basically helps your body process of, if you catch the drift. Yeah, exactly. It helps your body function in that way to get rid of waste. So fiber you can find basically in any whole wheat, like the skin of some of your fruits and potatoes and things like that. And so if you want to think about it from a day-to-day, like, well, okay, Noah, like you told me your recommendations, what about like different times of the day? So think about it from a daily perspective. You have your breakfast where you can have basically oatmeal with fruit. And so instead of putting sugar on it, try just putting fruit in it. You know, cutting up some apples, putting berries in it, put that in the oatmeal. And then, or you could do a whole wheat bagel with like peanut butter, but like a small small to medium whole wheat bagel with, you know, peanut butter on it. And then for lunch, you want to make sure that you're either having like brown rice, whole wheat pasta, whole wheat bread, vegetables. Make sure you get your vegetables in there, such as green beans, broccoli, any type of spinach. Those have a really good source of vitamin A, folate, and as well as just good carbohydrates for you. And then for your snacks, you know, when you're kind of like feeling hungry, I'd say fruits. Fruits are your best options. You can just do so much with it. You can cut up a banana, put peanut butter on it. You can do apples, same thing. Those are good snacks. They'll get you full, but they're also like healthier sugars for you. So that's basically it, guys, about carbs. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like this video, feel free to do the thumbs up and subscribe below for more content. Hope you guys enjoy. Have any questions, email me at noahbanks@embracethehype.net. And I will see you guys later. You already know, embrace the hype.